Abraham Lincoln once confided a secret so sensitive it could have unraveled his entire legacy. His mother, he said, was born outside of marriage, her origins wrapped in scandal, in silence. For more than 150 years, historians argued over whether Lincoln was telling the truth or concealing something even deeper. Only when DNA evidence entered the story did clarity finally emerge, revealing a rare genetic marker that reshaped his family history and left one haunting question unanswered. So how did this discovery change everything we thought we knew about the man behind the myth? William H. Herndon spent 17 years as Abraham Lincoln's law partner, sharing long days in the office and countless miles on the road. Around 1850, during a quiet moment far from public scrutiny, Lincoln confided in him. He said, "Billy, I'll tell you something, but keep it a secret while I live. My mother was a bastard." Those words carried a weight few today can fully grasp. In early 19th century America, being born outside marriage was not a private embarrassment, it was a permanent social stain. Illegitimate children were often denied inheritance, legal standing, and respect. In some states, unmarried mothers faced public shaming or corporal punishment. The law labeled such children filius nullius, nobody's child, with no legal father and few protections. For a man with presidential ambitions, such an origin story was dangerous. Lincoln went further. He told Herndon that his mother, Nancy Hanks, was the daughter of a so-called nobleman from Virginia. His grandmother, he believed, was poor and vulnerable, taken advantage of by a man with power. Yet Lincoln did not speak with resentment. He credited his mother's lineage for his intellect and determination. "All that I am or ever hope to be, I get from my mother. God bless her." He shared this truth only once, and only with the man he trusted most. In an era when a whisper of scandal could destroy a career, Lincoln's confession was an act of deep vulnerability. The truth about his mother's birth was more than a family secret. It was a threat to everything he hoped to become. For decades, no document could confirm or refute what Lincoln told Herndon. The mystery lingered, unresolved, waiting for evidence that might never surface.
When Herndon published the confession in his 1889 biography, historians split into rival camps. One group defended the illegitimacy theory. They pointed to Mercer County, Kentucky court records from November 1789, where Lucy Hanks was indicted for fornication, a charge typically brought only when an unmarried woman gave birth. Her marriage to Henry Sparrow in April 1790 followed shortly after, creating a timeline that appeared to confirm Nancy's birth outside wedlock. To these scholars, the public record aligned with Lincoln's private words. The opposing camp rallied around the Shipley theory. They argued that Lucy Hanks was actually Lucy Shipley, a woman married to James Hanks before his death, making Nancy a legitimate child. In their view, claims of bastardy stemmed from faulty memories and local gossip. They questioned Herndon's reliability, noting the decades between Lincoln's confession and its publication. Genealogical ties between the Hanks and Shipley families, they argued, supported a lawful marriage and a daughter born within it. The debate intensified in October 2015. A breakthrough in genetic genealogy offered a new way forward. Suzanne Holdstrom, a genealogist with expertise in DNA research, led a study designed to answer what documents could not. Her team focused on mitochondrial DNA, or mtDNA, a type of genetic material passed exclusively from mother to child, largely unchanged across generations. Unlike nuclear DNA, mtDNA does not recombine with paternal genes, making it a powerful tool to trace direct maternal ancestry. Abraham Lincoln left no daughters, but his mother's family line extended far beyond him. Holdstrom's team searched for living women descended through an unbroken maternal line from Nancy Hanks' grandmother, Anne Lee Hanks. They identified multiple participants whose lineage passed through different daughters, Lucy Hanks, Nancy Hanks Hall, and Mary Hank's friend. These women formed Group A. To test the Shipley theory, the researchers also located women descended through a direct female line from the Shipley family, Group B. If Lucy Hanks had been Lucy Shipley, both groups would share the same mtDNA. If not, the difference would be unmistakable. Each participant provided a DNA swab, usually through a simple cheek swab. The samples were sequenced and compared, searching for shared markers across the maternal lines. For the first time, science was poised to answer a question that had haunted American history for more than a century.
The results were definitive. Every woman in Group A carried identical mitochondrial DNA, belonging to haplogroup X1c, a lineage exceedingly rare in Europe. When Group B's samples were analyzed, there was no match. The Shipley theory collapsed under genetic scrutiny. Haplogroup X itself appears in only about 2% of Europeans. The X1c branch is even rarer, with roots primarily in North Africa, the Horn of Africa, and the Near East. Only a handful of European cases have ever been documented, scattered across regions like Italy, Ireland, and Norway. Yet, this rare genetic signature ran directly through Abraham Lincoln's maternal line. The conclusion was unavoidable. Nancy Hanks was the illegitimate daughter of Lucy Hanks, who herself descended from Joseph Hanks and Anne Lee. Lincoln's private confession, long disputed, now stood reinforced by genetic proof. But DNA also drew a hard boundary. Mitochondrial DNA can trace mothers and grandmothers, but it cannot identify a father. The identity of Lincoln's father, the well-bred Virginian Lincoln alluded to, remains unknown. That final secret is sealed by time. The science resolved one of history's longest debates while preserving its deepest mystery. Lincoln's legacy now carries an added dimension, a rare maternal lineage, a story confirmed, and a question that even modern genetics cannot answer. Today, Lincoln's DNA links him to a broader global story, reminding us that American identity is more complex than legend allows. As science reshapes our understanding of the past, history's secrets become part of the present. Sometimes the truth we inherit is stranger and richer than anything we imagine. Share your thoughts below.